I don't know where my fucking... where is my camera?
It will be looking
that
again.
one, it's that one. You join us live in the van for the mobile test. There he is, the Fly Fifer drinking Costa, the Turncoat bastard.
Turncoat.
But look at what we've got in front. Oh, look at that for wilderness. We're on the road. We're going to James's new pad up yonder fucking hills. You didn't get that much further away from fucking hell than up here.
Big Al's in control.
Big Al's on the buttons.
He has the help.
I'm on the ones and twos. Look, I'm pushing the buttons and you can't even see me. You can see him though, because he's the driver. Let's focus on the driver.
Yes.
How long have we been driving, James?
That's about 3 and a bit hours.
Let's have a look at this view now. 3 and a bit hours. And how long is it overall?
4 hours 30, 4 hours 45. Just depends. Depends on the traffic. But we've been alright today, so we're probably 4.5 hours.
Pretty plain sailing.
Maybe 4:45 because we stopped at a Costa.
Costa. I went on the view again, which is fucking great, but you can have the camera back.
Oh, cheers.
Just so we can observe your driving skills so that you can't have Tarquin to blame for any mishaps.
Both hands on the wheel at 23.
Drink coffee and that is. Maybe get some points for that. But I like the view. The view's cool as fuck. I didn't want to lift the wee camera in case it's gives people that whole fucking nausea trip. I can't do that. I can't know like the games that the kids play. I can't. It makes me fucking nauseous as fuck.
Well, you're travelling.
No, if I was travelling, it would die. But it's more so. Let's say I was watching that and I lifted that front screen camera and I started doing all that, and it starts shaking about. It's people that used to have the old camcorders.
Yes.
And it wasn't a steady cam. It just shook about like fuck. I can't watch it. It starts to make me fucking sick. But wow, what a view! Look at that water. Do you know what that is? Body of water.
I was going to be cheeky, but I'll know. It's just fucking water. I didn't care. I don't know that one.
So how does this feel? Because if it was September, was the very first podcast that we ever done. If this makes it to the final cuts, how does it feel? The journey to this bit.
Fuck it.
Have you had the opportunity to be able to look back on the journey thus far?
I look back on bits of it I look back on, but I can't reflect it because I'm not here. Like the day, this van is full 100% with the exception of 2 things, maybe 4 things. This is 100% a van load of my bullshit going up here, going into my fucking barn. So this is like
your cage.
Aye, my cage getting moved up the day, but it's only half of it. There's another fucking half to come up, so I've got another run to do, and then another run to do with Claire's stuff, my stuff, and bits and pieces that are left in the house, like housey stuff.
But can you see the stepping stones that has allowed you to get to this point when you've actually got your cameras in the van recording a part of the final solution?
I mean, it was funny when you said to me yesterday, well, we do a podcast on the way, because I was thinking, you're fucking right, well, that's a great idea. And then I was like, oh no, I've packed away the fucking GoPros, which are ideal for this situation, but then it turns out with a wee bit of fucking electrical tape.
And you should see the ingenuity. There's one taped up behind me, which I think the darkness is going to get you. There's one on the dash there, and then there's obviously that one and that one, but no other coolest for it. And to record the journey as we are doing the journey, it, to me, it's the reflection on the journey that's been had. So when I first met you, all the fucking, years ago now, if that was September, I know it took, maybe fucking...
Was it September 2021?
2021 that we actually met. You and got in touch, and then we decided to meet at the garage, the bridge. So that was when the concept was, that was where the idea was. But where that is on the grand scheme, which I'll definitely have a note of it, because I keep doing notes and diaries and stuff. So when that was to the first time, which was that time in September, was early into the month.
Yeah.
But from that original step to this final one.
Well, this was never part of the move. This was never ever part of it.
But that's
at that point, this was a dream. This was it wasn't a vision. It wasn't my future or 5-year plan. I'm going to be here. Yeah. This wasn't even fucking thought about. It was when I met Claire and then being with Claire through months and months of us getting to know each other, discussing nice things, knowing that her dad lived away up here, getting to visit him with her, and then getting to an agreement where we both sort of like, this is alright. And I was at the time, and I'll be honest about it, thinking, right, so, in no disrespect, if he never watches this, when he pops his clogs, what's going to happen to this house? And at that point I'm thinking, and I'm sure Claire and I said, well, if anything like that ever happened, somebody need to move into it. And I'm sure that's when the two of us started discussing, saying it'd be fucking nice, it'd be Barry. And then we kept visiting and we kept coming up here. And the more we come up, the more we just were like, this is the way forward. What the fuck are we doing in Dodge? You know, Livingston's just an extension of Dodge. I call the city Dodge, you call it hell, I call it Dodge. So it's that, Livy's just the extension of Dodge. It's still a borough of the big borough.
Yeah, it's just another tentacle of that octopus.
Exactly. So all of that happening through time, from like you're saying, from then to now, it's some sort of fucking magic happened somewhere.
I'm going to look outside again. There's a lovely castle over there to the left.
See, you're going to see things today that I never see because I'm always fucking driving.
That's
you know what I mean? That over there is the first time I've ever fucking seen that.
When I date with Kristen, and they'll say, oh, look at that, and look at this, and look at that. I didn't want to make anybody dizzy. Well, but if you can see it, then it goes.
There's another clearance in here.
But you can watch me with the camera watching him.
But to finish that wee story though, it became a dream that I realised that I wanted deep down, or had always wanted deep down, and that Claire too always wanted. She's fed up the hills. She was moved down at a young age to Livingston. She was taken from God's country, if you like, into the fucking pit of hell at a young age, where she just had to deal with it. And I mean, and deal with it, she's had her fucking troubles in that period in Dodge. So for her to go full circle, to come back up here, me to fall in love with her as the person she is, and this place, it was an absolute, well, if that's where we're going, that's where we're fucking going.
It's a definite win-win situation. Knowing enough about you to see your journey and how it all evolved, and then watching the steps as it started to unravel, certainly in the beginning, to then this other person arriving, because it seemed like you had went through all the stages of, right, okay, so where this big silly bastard's saying that it's not about learning how to do something the proper and correct way, it's learning how not to do it. Yeah. You've learned everything on how not to be that individual, how not to treat the female, how not to do this, not to do that, and then you meet Claire.
Some of it the hard way. I've learned that some of it the hard way as well, you're right, but I have learned what not to do to be with.
But that's where the genius is. That's where the lessons are. That you wouldn't know how to be that individual had you not made mistakes. And every day's a school day. And if you're not learning, stay in your fucking bed. Don't even get up. Don't even try and get the bus. Just stay where you are. Because if you're not in it to win it, what's the point? We know it's a game, and that game is winners and losers. So in order to win, you've got to know how to lose. You've got to know what it feels like to be the drunk, to be the abused victim, to be all of these other things that then teaches you, right, okay, I'm fucking ready now. What's next? I know I'm not going to have the cunt taken of me. I know I need to keep a certain amount of myself to retain who you are, who James Hunter actually is. The guy who has his kids, who has so much to give to life. And that's what I've said to you about you know what you bring to a table now.
Yeah.
So now you're going to stand at the door and say, no, you show me what you've got for the table. I know what I am. I know my fucking worth. So you show me what you're going to give me.
And that's right, and it's getting that. I mean, when we go up to this property, you probably see it today at some point, or you'll have seen it on photos that I've posted on social media. There's a cage for me, for that fucking individual. We've spoken about this coming up the A9 there. There's, like, I had a conversation with Claire's mum. Claire's mum is like, you're such a nice this, you're so helpful at this, you do this, you're really well, you can take pressure really well, and you're this guy, that guy, fucking, you know, blowing smoke up my ass that I never ever asked for or want. I'm not that type of guy at all. But I've made a condition of coming up here by saying, well, see that barn? I want that. You guys can have the house, the fucking garden, the whatever, blah blah, I'll help with that. But for me, and as we've just discovered through chatting and through you and I talking about it, for me to be that guy, what I've learned now through our conversation today is, yes, I can be all of the things, but I need that sanctuary. I need the man cave, the man room, the man shed, whatever you want to fucking call it. So that, realising that today, is that's how I can be that guy.
Definitely. That'd be a funny thing.
This is content.
I was wanting to say it differently and say it was cunting.
Content, it's content. It's a content of a journey.
But it's a great journey, and that's why the point of the conversation, which is, we all know, isn't rehearsed. There's none of that rehearsal goes on here. It's the conversations that we've had coming up here. It is the journey. It's, do you recognise the steps that got you? So do you remember pulling into Perth? Do you remember the wee man in his van at Perth? How much do you recall the stories that you've relived in just this journey? So the wee man wanting to cut up logs on a roasting hot day. What the fuck you want logs for? It's roasting. You're not going to light a fire. No hurry for that. It's all of these things that take you where you are, because I know now at 54 that it's no just a requirement. I need that space, because my wife and my daughters, they didn't realise it yet because it's subliminal, but they actually need me to have that space. I have that much stuff, no unresolved, it's just unregistered, it's unfiled. I need to be able to put everything that I've accumulated, every part of my journey since the idea, the conception of the podcast, because you allowed me to open. You questioned what was in there. I would have left that in there, happily just cracked on. Yes, it probably would have manifested somewhere else in a detrimental sense. That it would have been fucking came out on something or someone, and that's what I can't afford. I can't afford this other entity, this angry version of me, to come out in the wrong environment, because somebody else would have to bear the brunt of it. And I know it's bleating on about the amount of shite and poison that I have within me. It was never me. I was never born bad. But things have happened to me, and if it's through the art, through doodling, through fucking boxing, acting, I can allow it. Freedom, but it's still on a leash. I didn't want to on a leash anymore. If that makes sense to anyone, it should make sense to you. I can't suppress this fucking thing anymore, because that's becoming detrimental. Like I'd said on the journey, I need him and the other one to be the exact same. And it is, yes, it's a split personality, of course it is. And we've discussed it, and I've now labelled it. The King of Diamonds is me on form at my best, but the King of Spades is the mirror image of him, but he's suppressed. It's Big Andrew's pillow guy. It's Neil's Nelly. It's Neil's pillow guy, wee Neil's pillow guy. It's all these people. It's wee Catherine. They're split personalities, of course they are, but they're the characters that we've created. It's everything that comes out, but it's that other person that comes out. I want him to come out and be himself, to act with everybody, because I've met nice people now. I didn't have to sign up for an 18-month wait to speak to a psychiatrist, they'll take me a psychologist, and all this shit, and maybe medicate me, help me understand it. All I need is another person who can think like me, act like me, walk, talk, and fart like me. And it's strange that you're already there. You didn't have to be created, because man has already created you. Then you start working out for yourself. So the conversations are really fucking simplistic. Nelly, he gets it. He loves it now, and it's listening to him saying, it's being able to express myself and never being able to do it. That is the strange thing that since the conception, it's all we ever wanted was the ability for no just to talk or to be heard, but to actually hear our own fucking voices back. And it works the exact same for me as it does for you.
I think one of the first lessons I learned for you, certainly the one that stands out in this conversation for me, the first thing I really learned and really absorbed for you was, James, you'd be surprised how much you need to live off if you just stop and slow down. And you were fucking right. I was doing 7 days a week, fucking some days 15 hours a day. Clearly already neglecting the new relationship, the new family that I was part of. And it took that for me to fucking say, no, wait a minute, why am I fucking working all day and night? Why am I working 7 days a week? You know, that was a hard thing to learn, to ingest, and then be able to carry out. I mean, look at this van now. Where do you see it now? Part of the fucking life that was keeping me away from my family, it's been eradicated, it's gone.
That's the thing, when you live it backwards and you look at it and you say, right, okay, to have a good lifestyle, it comes at a price. Yeah, but it's no you knocking your cunt in, because the price you're actually paying is not paying attention to what's actually important. Yeah. What serves you.
Not getting to see all this round about you.
Exactly. And the neighbours can get a wee scratch at it now, hopefully. It's fucking going to disappear again. But no, that's
that time of year.
To know that you have that understanding now, that the price that you're paying in life is the price that you're no spending with your daughter, it's no spending it with Claire, it's no spending it with the boys. But you look at some of the things that you do, like the Livingston acting thing, absolutely fucking spot on. What does that cost you? Just time.
Yeah. But that was one of the first, like that first lesson, and you said, you should go for that. You should try that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I going to do that? I've not got time for that. But it was at the time where I was reducing the amount of work I was doing. So of course I had fucking time for it. And at that point, if you'll remember me saying, I've never felt more lost in my life than that fucking point. Because I gave up an addiction. You know, I've went through fucking all these different wee things in life that many folk have. And many folk have been a lot worse than I have. But I've went through all these little addictions. To work, actually fucking work being an addiction. Do you know what I mean? But then to give that up and create the space, amazing. Totally amazing.
It's the vice. The vice that was...
the vice, the veil.
Take the veil, lift it, and have a look at what's behind it, because behind door number one was your... Where do you think you're moving forward by, oh, I've got a job, I've got this, I've got that, I've got that. You're actually distancing yourself with what's actually important. And that stuff is... countless conversation, it's stuff that you can't buy.
Yeah.
Get that, some of over there. That stuff you can't buy.
No.
But that's Scotland's inheritance. If you're from Scotland, this is what's on your doorstep. It's just how do you achieve it? How do you get there? Or how does James afford it? And that's what I'm saying. If you remember the steps to get you up here, you know exactly how you got here. So you could turn into anybody else and say, this is how I achieved what I'm perceiving is the dream. I've got my partner, I've got the surroundings, I've got everything that makes me happy as the individual that I am. It's not the memories of past fucking crapness, it's the positive future that is untold, that is unfolding before your eyeballs. Every mile that you put on this journey is taking you to somewhere you already know. So this is becoming familiar to you. Whereas the past has always been familiar, but you're detaching yourself from it now because it's not serving you anymore. It's getting up in the morning, knocking fuck at yourself, being in a shit relationship where the only way to get that respite, that relief, that escape, have a drink, smoke hash, have a fucking shot, go and cheat on your partner. All of these shit negative things, you now realise you didn't need any of them at all. So the journey up, you already know the journey, you've just never put the pieces together, which I think's fun.
And people look at I know people who have looked at me in a certain light where they think, oh, look at that cunt, who's he think he is? He's loaded, he's this, he's that. I'm no fucking loaded. You know, I'm far from fucking loaded. But what I did do for a long period of time was I worked 7 days a week. So if I had things, or I was able to get something, it was because I was calling my panning and working 7 days a week. Now, would I have been able to get that sitting on the brew? No, I wouldn't have. But because I was calling my panning 7 days a week, I was able to get certain things.
But that's where I'm saying that the price that it comes in, that's 7 days is 7 days you're not spending with any of the things that are really relevant.
Matter. Yes.
Now, you now can look back on that with the reflection that, hang on a minute, if I had no worked 7 days and I had put all the effort, I'd still be looking like a cunt, because that's nowhere I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be where I am now. And that's that thing where the magic, as it happens, you can't avoid it, because if you had put in all the effort then, you wouldn't know what you know now. So you wouldn't be clear, you wouldn't be moving up here, you'd still be in Dodge, maybe not working as much, but you'd still be in a shitty relationship.
Or maybe out of that, maybe even out of that, but on my own, like you're saying, doing fucking this, going there, doing that, you know, nailing whatever fucking come past, you know, because that's life in fucking Dodge. You know what I mean? Just taking any opportunities that fall at your feet.
I'm shy at this stuff.
Oh, don't worry about that. But this is Garth. You remember on TikTok, there was a guy walked around a fucking abandoned hotel with the sheets and the bed and everything like that's just left in the hotel. Well, here it's here. This is that fucking hotel right there.
Aye.
And everything is still there. Everything is still there. The beds, the furniture, the fucking everything.
That is...
And the story with that is that was owned by one of these fucking bus touring companies.
Alright.
And it fell out of favour. This tour fell out of favour. So they just shut the hotel. They just shut it fucking down.
Wow.
And everything's still inside it. Beds, linen, the fucking lot.
I suppose it would need to have the draw to get you know, to get the tourists up here.
Yeah. There was maybe it's instead of Garv now, it's fucking Ullapool at the bus stops. You know, or something like that. Changes in driving fucking laws or something daft like that. Or the bus can get an extra 15 minutes up the road to Ullapool. Right, okay, let's have that.
It's got more up there. There's more Greggs, there's more drive-through fucking Costas and stuff like that.
Exactly, Garv's got fuck all. Who's want to stay there overnight? You know, it's a bar. Nobody's drinking nowadays, right? So we need scenery. Or else they're not going to book.
The hill walking and all that is always so in Scotland. There's some cracking hills about here, but
it's hard when we're in this. It'd be different if we'd had a GoPro that some cunt had packed away. That could have sat outside. Or if the drone was fast enough, we could have had that flying behind us.
Flying at the back door. Loch Carron.
This journey's, it's been one that wasn't planned. It wasn't planned, it was a dream. It was a dream that became a plan. The plan was meant to be 5 years, so that Claire's youngest had finished with school. But it soon become apparent that didn't fucking matter. There's schools in the Highlands, and that wee guy down the road, he's got ADHD, he's got this, he's got that, he can't do this, he can't do that, can't he go here, can't he go there, doesn't he want to go out the house, all he wants to sit and play his fucking guitar and Xbox, that's all he wants to do. You come up here, it's like the fucking typical monkey, you never see him, you have to go looking for him, he's fucking up this tree, that tree, he's built a fucking gangy in one of his trees up at his granddad's, so it's that difference. So that 5 year plan that came for the dream it turned into like 6 months, 7 months, and that was meant to be a 5 year.
See, that's where the magic for me happens, because I remember the conversation, I remember you saying it, and I remember saying, why the fuck would you wait that long? But you had reasons and you had, shall we say, excuses.
Yes,
whereas the reality is, no you didn't. You just needed certain pieces to be moved into the right place to make it happen, and now that it's happening, I think the day and the journey, because when we left Smoky Dodge area, it was all fucking da. Now when we look out the window we can fucking see, apart from that's a shit
cameras fell out.
Cameras leaking drunk, look at that. This is what happens behind the scenes, by the way. This is what James
we've not got a fucking moving fucking, we're not sitting in a fucking simulator bouncing up and down all the time. So you're right, moving chess pieces back to
make
the
it
board
happen,
game.
but you bring the board game back into play, bring all your pieces back to the forefront, to the table, and look at the new board that you've got. Look at the opportunities, the chances. Not just for you, not just for Claire, not for Claire's parents, not just for the wee guy, but the collective of the whole fucking thing. That when you take all the abbreviations that wee man's go, he needs this, he needs that, and all these fucking idiots all interjecting on somebody else's life.
Yeah.
The conversations we've had on the way up here just gave us the ammunition to keep this fucking going.
Yeah.
Because he never ever needed the misdiagnosis for a clown that doesn't know that, listen, he just doesn't want to be sat down and told what to fucking do by somebody who has been educated by a book, and that book is outdated, it needs a revamp, it needs reset, it needs a digital fucking download to take it to another level. These kids didn't want to be told anywhere, they want to lead the fucking way, and that to me is fucking genius, because we were, they're trying to format us, and that's where this great big thing that's doing its rounds on TikTok, Generation X. We are Generation X. We're the forgotten kids that go to fuck off out into the wilderness, fall out of trees, you break your leg, then they come running to me, you cunt. You want to greet a wee something fucking great for, your dinner's in the duck. It's all the things we were neglected, abused, everything that we had, but we're still fucking here with the generation that isn't lost, we're just undiscovered, because they left us to pay attention, to watch what's happening, to watch the agendas being rolled out and formatted again and again and again. Think, whoa, stop. What is it? Just fucking stop the fucking wagon. I want off. Stop the train. Stop this whole revolution thing. If we want to move forward, we can't keep going on the same path that we're on, which throws in your journey in knowing how you got here. I know how humanity got to where it is. All I need to do is break the word with our abbreviations and find man in humanity. Man has led us up the garden path in the cul-de-sac, in which went round and round and round. Now these kids know you silly bastards done it, and we're like, pay attention, boys and girls. We didn't pay attention.
No.
We know how to get out of this. We know how it was done, so we know how to undo it, because we have the ability and the tools to deconstruct. Once we've deconstructed it, then we can use Mr. Klaus Schwab and build back better. We can do the great fucking reset. Why? Because we know the difference. We know what it's like to live with just bare minimum.
Yeah.
If the lights and electricity go off, we know how to start a fucking fire. How do you get sticks? We know how to climb trees. We'll go for the rotten branches at the top of the tree. We're no fucking daft, we're quite clever. And that's what they say, that lost generation. Never been lost. Never been lost. Let's see the wee man in his wee.
I was looking at this boy driving, look, and he's got his hands
behind his knee.
Look.
Unless it's a left hooker.
It's got to be a left hooker, either that or he's driving with his Bobby.
These Scottish people up here are running like donkeys.
Look at this, they weren't able, their hands behind my fucking heat. Looking amazing. I'm needing a lawnmower today, that looks like a fucking...
That's a crack, he's got a couple of strimmers there. So I think they wouldn't mind. See, that's where you bring the shitsville and hell up into the rural countryside.
Yes.
He wouldn't need to lock that away, thinking, oh, nobody will steal our beers, no criminals up here.
But that's the fucking thing, they didn't lock nothing away up here, they didn't even lock the
I
fucking
hate it.
doors.
I hate locking things. I hate lock fast places, and that's what the federales tell you. For the simple reason that lock fast place, I'm thinking, if you're locking the door, you've got something hidden in here. It's a left hooker. It's a left hooker. But you're hiding something. That's why, and it's maybe a silly thing to tell the kids out there, is that I don't lock the doors in my car. Never lock them. Why? Because if you see something that you want, your alternative is to smash my fucking window. I don't want to be picking bless your ass and driving down the street to find a new window in the pissing rain.
Well, speaking of which,
We get a bit of rain.
I've just been a fucking shower. But I mean, there's other factors come into this. It was through Claire and I discussing the plan, what turned us for a 5-year plan into this 6-month, 7-month, 8-month plan that it's in, which is now into 1 month to fucking go. It's Claire's mum. Claire's, through us talking about it, telling her what her plan was, looking for places up here, Claire's mum decided that she was selling her house and coming with us, and asked if she could come with us. Now, for me, I I've noticed for years, working away in the city, working with Asian people, Asian families, whatever fucking denomination, I didn't care who you're, but what I've noticed that us Brits seem to all live alone, whereas all these Asian families or foreign families, they all like to live together, so there's a bigger emphasis on the family. But if I say the Asian or the Pakistani or the Sikh or that sort of group of
they never ever
families,
lost. Yeah,
they never lost that sense of core value family. And I've cleaned carpets for fucking hundreds of them, different people, and it's like the granny lives on the ground floor, the family live on the fucking middle floor, the bairns are on the next floor, and maybe the auntie and uncle's in the fucking attic conversion. Now, when Claire's mum says, well, I'll sell my house and then I'll come up there with yous, it was like, well, that's a fucking no-brainer. She's going to sell a house because Claire and I didn't have that commodity to sell. We were looking to rent. So Charlotte's actually made this fucking possible by saying, well, I'll sell my house, buy a house big enough for us all. Do you fancy that? So I'm already thinking about the Asian family, that core fucking stability that they've all got. You can have way much more if you clump together as a family. Claire's brother and his friends have all bought a big fucking farm together. Now they've got a massive fucking place, but they're all going to live in a certain part of it. So when Claire's mum mentioned this, it was a no fucking brainer. It had to happen for the greater good, and that's what accelerated the fucking 5 years down to like 6, 7, 8 months. It shortened that period.
It's that Freddie Mercury, it's a kind of magic.
Yeah.
Because with the conception, there is nothing there. It is as good as a dream, but unless you air that dream, it's never going to be picked up by anyone. Because she's aired it, and now bringing back your 4 C's, the art of communication, tick, mothers listen, and you being able to talk freely with your partner to say what's best, what's going to work for us, what do we want this, it ticks all these boxes. She then hears it and feels comfortable enough to put her 10 pence on the table and say, well look, why don't we do it as a collective? Then you bring in that fucking community that you're restoring where it should never be, because the alternative, the confidentiality is blown out the window, because now, I didn't like the word confidentiality, because if you've got a secret and you want to remain it a secret, keep it to yourself. If you want to share it, it's no longer a secret, so you're putting it out there anyway. And we should be comfortable enough that anything we're harboring, getting to 40 is only going to bring us down anyway. So to have that conversation, to get to the final part, right, let's fucking do this. You're building this community and installing the values that were core principles, whereas the Western world, back in Dodge and everything else, as we've discovered, there is no care industry anymore. There's a fuck off massive dinny care industry out there, and it's fucking, you know what I mean, it's on its whole. Because people are doing that turn up theory, they're just turning up and what to get paid. They want to be appreciated for what they do. No, it's the customer that's supposed to get it. You're supposed to look after them. They've done their bit. If they've wiped your ass as a child, if it comes to it, then you have to do that. I know that it's a big responsibility and a big task and a big take on, having studied life and the people that's in it. That for these people, it's very commendable to be able to do that end of life care. But who's to say when the end of fucking life is? So for right now, no, she probably outlive yous in the happiest place that she could be, surrounded by what? The things that count the fucking most. It's no her DeLonghi air fryer. It's no her Carol Dyson fucking air purifier, Hoover, hairdryer. It's no the Maserati sat in the driveway that does 200 mile an hour, but you can only do 30 anyway. It's none of the trinkets and baubles. It's what's important to her. And what she's looking at is living, walking, talking memories and possible futures. That's the kind of thing that, you know what I mean, that's where I would be invested in that, and the woman's obviously spotted that. In doing that, she's going to be living her dream, but doesn't realise that she's actually allowing you to live yours as well. And Claire to do her thing. Exactly. I knew that was my main thing, and I knew I wanted to ask it, but I knew I had a lot of shit to get out of the way. All the peripheral piss that's gone on over the last wee while. Mine struggles, your struggles, the realisation that chatty, they were relate through everything. Booklets, cups, sitting with cunts, taking fucking doodling pictures to try and get them, the exhibitions, to have people saying, oh, let's do this, let's do that. That whole leading us up the garden path, they think, you know what, fuck it, what's the point? That's somebody else's dream, it's not my dream. No,
so many folk fucking led us up that path, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, oh, come in, if you just do this, you can get away with this. If you just do that, you can get this. If you jump through that hoop, you
just
know,
like this,
be a bigger hoop.
This bubble. I think it's sad. The saddest part of it, which is a reality, but it's no a Forrest Gump. It's never going to get me doing, because I know that in order to be in it, to win it, you've got to turn up. Well, we did turn up. We did turn up on more than one occasion. The financial side, you putting in money, I didn't put in nowhere near as much, I don't think. But at the same time, the effort, and that's now I've got to then readjust and reshuffle everything to find out what is my escape, where is my fucking road into this fucking wilderness. I want that. I want to be able to sit back, because as far as I'm concerned, between the both of us, we fucking try. There's other people out there getting away with it, and you think, well, you're not doing what we were doing, you're not offering what we were offering. But I'm no better at that. Definitely.
That's the most horrible thing about what we've found out on this journey, not today's journey, but the last 2 years' journey, is the amount of fraudulent fuckers that are out there and getting away with it. And then here's two fucking honest, straight, no lie to you, no tell you any bullshit people that aren't allowed in the fucking in amongst it.
And that's that thing that I was saying, it's what we've had to go through in order to become these legitimate people. When you look at the ones that are getting away with it, the hypocrites, the frauds, the ones that have studied this, that and the other, the professionals, as they would call them, they've never had to pay a price. Certainly nowhere near as much as we have. We're just the front runners for it. We already now know with the individuals that we've sat with, had the conversations with, sat drinking coffee with, even the podcast with, there is some real fucking diamonds out there that aren't allowed to shine, because for some reason society would rather have the jobby at the top of the tree, and everybody wants the jobby.
They fucking polish that turd as best they can, but it's only us true diamonds that can actually say, well, keep polishing, pal, that's still a turd. Keep polishing.
Stick a rose in a shite, it doesn't make it a vase, it's still a shite. It still smells like shit.
But what, I mean, even more recently, Al, right, watching the things that you've done in this community thing that we've been partying with, you pretty much instilled the 4 C's. I carried it forward, made sure it was a fucking mantra every week and stuff like that. Watching the changes in these people, you know, things like the lassie that sat and talked to you, and she let go and you fixed her, and seeing the difference in her in such a short time. And even other people that were sitting chatting away to you, getting different snippets and this, that, change. It's phenomenal, and that's like in fucking 3 months, 4 months maximum. And these people are all grabbed the baton and they're all fucking running now.
I have to say that, you know, to come away from it, the journey has been absolutely fascinating. That's why, you know, you're being afforded to sit down. You can, you know, kick the crocs off, put the feet up in your wee man cave, conveying the fucking, what is natural fucking Scotland. Look at this fucking thing. That you can sit, take that in, and look at the journey, and really address not only how you go to sit on that bit of decking or in that shed with the fucking feet up, it's actually what you've attempted to try and do in achieving something with somebody else for nothing other than the greater good of that individual living their best life. Which, when you look at what your best life is, it's no us driving your Testarossa Ferrari up here with a fucking Louis Vuitton bag with your shorts in it to drop them off at your new 18-bedroom flat. No, it's absolute, like the wee man behind the wall, it's rudimental living. You didn't want opulence, you didn't want massive amounts of money, because you know, historically...
The fucking midget bite.
Fuck, I should have put the camera on.
Sorry.
But no, it's that, it's being able to sit, reflect on the whole thing, knowing that you didn't need all that stuff, because historically we know, if you were James that done his 7 days for fucking so long. You've ended up, you've done a few tricks, a few moves. You're a multi-millionaire. How many new friends have you got? How many pals have you? You open this door to these pretentious fucknuts that are negative anyway. They're never going to worry or be concerned about the general welfare of somebody that you've only just met, or sitting there to meet by chance the skater boy that turns out is harbouring more demons in his head that he cares to let go, but when he does let a wee bit go, he realises, fucking hell, that was great, I didn't know that I was holding so much in. I'm thinking I'm Johnny Big Bollocks going about my life. Every time that you do that and you allow somebody to express themselves in a way that actually benefits them, that benefits you to realise, fucking hell, if I was so consumed with my own life, my 7 days a week, got to do this, got to pay that guy would have walked right past you. You would have went to that other place. It's that Freddie Mercury. It's a kind of magic that you can't explain.
Yeah.
That is worth the view, rather than looking at us being a cunts.
It's amazing doing this, by the way. We've just come through Aknasheen. Aknasheen.
I love the way they pronounce things up here.
Yeah.
But it's an untold history. Why? Because you've got to do this, you've got to do that. What for? Because you have to. There is nothing that you've had to ever do in your fucking life when you sit on that porch with the feet up and look back. Cup of tea in your hand. It doesn't matter what it is. It's you being able to look back on your journey without being on your deathbed. If this is your deathbed, look how long you've got to lie in your bed. For fucking years. You've probably got decades up here. Getting back in touch in what the fucking journey is all about. When you put the key in the van this morning and turn that fucking key, you realised it was for this. It's for this part here. This is just the next chapter that could be the longest chapter of your fucking life. So everything you went through is to get you up here.
Me Ivy said it herself. She's 8-year-old, and me Ivy said, Dad, but up here there's nothing to do, but there's everything to do. In the city there's everything to do, but there's nothing to do. And an 8-year-old bairn can see the difference.
That's what I mean. These kids nowadays, the professional people with their A4 certificates up on the fucking wall is telling us what the kids need. What is your mum saying what they need? They're telling you, because they're no fucking daft, they're no fucking stupid, they're not even suppressed or medicated. They need the freedom to express themselves, which again brings in the art of communication and that comfortability. When you're in the big city, whatever city you're in, we only know Edinburgh because it's what we grew up in. So we know it's either my hell or Dodge for you. There's a clue in there. It's either fucking hell or you dodge the fucking place. Because it has too much. It's condensed into this horrible fucking shithole of a place where everything is. That's why I get away with calling it my hell. Because the paedophiles are in there, all the fucking weirdos are in there, the bullies, the drugs. The drugs are fine. They can be used, but it's the abusers. And then you bring in the dealers, and then the crime that comes with the dealers, or what to kill each other, hack each other. Man, I'll keep giving them the tools. They allow them to do yourself in. Of course they fucking will. It's only when you remove yourself and you think, wow, never wonder my daughter can come out with a phrase that in there is everything to do but nothing to do. Because you can't fucking do it. You can't go into that environment. You wouldn't let your 8-year-old just, I'm going down to meet my pal. Where about? It's just in the heart of your house, through the middle of Pelton. No fucking way. There's a bit more to it than that.
Definitely.
This one's going to be a belter. If that's Swifty, man.
Can get fucking through the Swifty, man. This is a good one.
It's big enough. We love it because just now Christy's been saying, watching the last parts of Outlander. It's been out for ages now, but because we've now got that illegal device, we can watch other things on it. And watching that, where it takes you back, and it just stirs that emotion. We used to be happy up here. We didn't need Starbucks. We didn't need fucking Costa. We didn't need the air fryer. We didn't need all the shite that man consumes himself with.
Little does he know we're doing a podcast on the way.
He's partly a new
Look at that,
Mr. Johnny Overtake. That's how you overtake. You put your hazards on and let the boys fly by. Because we're on a mission.
I don't know what this wee bit's called, so it's fucking nice.
Beautiful. But you look at the opulence that's here. that stuff, all that marshy, peaty, boggy shit on top of the house, so that the place still breathes, it still lives. And when you pop your clogs, something else can come along in there. No, you didn't knock it down, you didn't abandon it, leaving all the beds and the curtains and everything else because the tourists are fucked off to the other city. No, and it was how it was before all this fucking bollocks. I mean, the truth in it, who knows, the Highland clearances. Was it that they wanted the hills for grazing their sheep, or was it because they couldn't control the fire that was the Scottish people?
I think it's the latter, Alan, there. I think it's a control factor. They've got to spend hours searching for you. If you're one of the sheep wandering the hills up here, it takes hours to find you. When you're condensed in the city, they can find you in a matter of fucking days, hours, be through your bank accounts and everything. Up here, you've got more stashes than fucking.
But it's that same thing. You're building a house for the sake of building a house.
Yeah.
So you build your wee house, like that hotel, at some point it'll come to back and ruin, it'll become a fucking thing, it'll get an order put on it where it has to be demolished. It'll get demolished, somebody will buy the land and build a house. Where is all the old, where's the Taylor Wimpey's amongst these hills? Because the people were here, they stayed here for hundreds of fucking years, thousands of years probably. Where is it? They lived how everybody wants to be off the land. So you'll have found a cave, you'll have found a burrow, you'll have built a burrow, but you'll have used everything around about you to make it comfortable, to make it homely. You'll have used all the sticks and stuff to make fire. You'll have only killed what you need. You didn't need to go into Tesco's and peruse the whole fucking, oh, you can get salami, bami, hammy, fucking, all these forms of meat. They only have a shelf life. Well, what happens when they're out of life? Ah, well, you would only kill what you needed to kill up here if you were needing to kill at all. So the rural living part, to me, it's been abolished. It's been totally taken away, and I can't see where they were. I'd love to be able to walk their path. No, in life, we're told no to walk another man's path or all that bollocks. We know that this road has been created by man to get us from A to B. Back in the day, you would have went as the crow flies, which brings in the ley line things. It would have been a feeling to know that you're on the right path. It's when you're seeing these signs. If there is a sign that says, oh, by the way, watch 100 metres ahead, there's a big fucking hole in the road. We didn't do it anymore. We've lost touch with it all. So you guys coming back up here, you are going to be putting value back in.
Sign that didn't care what it was. It's a half black sheep, half white sheep.
You can't call it a half caste, you get in jail.
But it's an amazing fucking place.
It's the amazing potential that comes for it to restore that value, because just you and Claire coming up here is one thing. To have Claire's dad in the area, that's another thing. To have the mother coming with you is fuck me, you're putting something back that was splintered and ruptured.
I mean, the family that sold Charlotte the property, I mean, they owned the other property that Ian's in. So for them, it's like, look, we've got 150 years of fucking heritage that's now been passed to another family. It's no went to a holiday let, it's no went to somebody from London with money that just wants to come up here every now and again. It's went to another fucking family that will be here for another 60, 70, 80 fucking years.
That's why I like, you told me that they wanted to meet you, they could have made profit on it, but they weren't interested.
They sold us this fucking cheaper than it should have went for.
Yeah, because they realised after meeting you and that whole thing, because I remember you saying you were coming up to meet them.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, that's amazing. It's that vetting thing where they want to meet you to make sure that you're the right person, but you're not just going to knock it down.
That's right.
Squander their history, because they've got history, they've got connections and ties. And I think that must be a hard thing if you put a lot of graft into something, and somebody just comes along and wipes it out.
Well, this house that you're going to see today, the one that Charlotte bought, was built by Angus McRae. He built this fucking house that his family lived in, and it was his daughter that sold the house to us. So, and then the other house that Ian's in was Angus McRae's fucking sister, who lived there till she was 97.
It's brilliant, eh?
You know what I mean? So, and that was the family home that's been there for fucking ever. There's another wee house further up the croft which is dilapidated now, it's gone to rags and ruin, whatever, it's just not been looked after. But it was another house that Angus used to hold all his meetings with the fucking Crofters in. And then that became the Doug's house that we've just found out. Because Angus's wife, Sue's mother, wouldn't allow the dogs in her house that Angus had just built. So they got put in this old ruin, and that was then known as the Doug house. I didn't know that until recently.
So when he come in pissed for the pub, he could literally be put in
he
the
could
Doug house.
literally be put in the fucking Doug house. But that bit of history between the two families is now, you know, I mean,
that's what you've inherited.
We've inherited their history, yeah. And I mean, Sue wanted to show me her mum and dad's grave, but we ran out of time. But I'm going to go and find them, and I'm going to fucking pay my homage to them and my thanks to them. Because I have to, I feel I have to. And I know some folk will think, didn't be fucking daft, Ginger. You didn't, no, I need to. And because I just feel it's the right thing to fucking do. I've been blessed to get the property.
Exactly.
I sat and I spoke to that man's fucking photo in that house on my own for about an hour, just chatting away, thanking him for, because I felt like I was invading their privacy. And there's a photo of Angus was on the table. The place was like a fucking museum almost, you know. And I sat there on this wee toy fucking chair, like, just for about an hour, sucking up the ambience of the house, the feeling in the house, chatting away to Angus, saying I'm awfully sorry, I'm not trying to fucking impose and everything like that. But sucking all that in and then transferring that to his daughter when we finally met, telling her how I felt, you know. And like her father almost spoke to me. Then I find fucking books in a bookshelf. I've said this to every kid so far. In these books there was a story, Angus McRae's life story was written, and it was written by fucking James Hunter. Or up in the Highlands known as Jim Hunter. Well, my family all call me Jim Hunter. Yeah. I introduced myself as James because that's my fucking name. Aye. And then they find all these books that are written by James Hunter, and one of them's about Angus McRae, and there's me sitting in Angus McRae's front room with the name James Hunter.
Again, let's throw back in. Mr. fucking Motivator himself. It's a kind of magic. Yeah. It is a kind of magic. It has to be, because you couldn't fucking write that stuff. You certainly couldn't fucking buy it.
No.
So to be up here, to pay homage to him, yeah, you have to. Because it's because of him. He wouldn't have known 40 years ago that, oh, see the guy that wrote me your story? Aye, well, he's got a great fucking grandson. He's got a distant line with the exact same name that's going to come up here and take on your dream and help to realise your dream.
Help to keep it fucking alive.
And that's, he would have had to, you know, if that other side, as I have always done, believe that it's there, and it runs parallel with us, they can look and think, yep, that's fucking good enough for me. I like the cut of this young man's jib, and then they will have allowed this to happen. Because it's like you say, you and Claire having a dream, it's just Malcolm X, it's fucking Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah. It's only a fucking dream. She then comes along and makes it reality. How's that? Well, let me have a look. Oh, there's the same fucking book. Oh, that guy's got the same name. You start putting all these connections together and you realise that, no, we're not fucking smart enough to do this ourselves. There has to be something there. This is lovely tight wood there. Yeah. The wee black book, we fucking, of course, we love this wee wood.
Oh, it's love this.
Bounced about.
There's loads of them come up here with their wee sports cars. Well, because this is part of the NC500, by the way.
Is it?
This is, aye. This
look
whole
at that
bit
phone,
is part of it.
look at the mobile phone.
Aye, yeah. This is, we're on the NC500 here. Right down into Loch Carron. It's 100% part of it. I live about, well, it's fucking probably 8 miles off this road once we get down and through the village. But aye, this is definitely 100% NC500.
That is fucking 2 old trees. You see the size of them?
Aye, they're
holy monkey bollocks.
They're
Scotch pine, you know.
Aye, something like that. Aye, I've been told. And I think I know the ones you mean.
They were massive. They were like huge gables. Hopefully,
is it no the fucking redwoods or something?
Oh, redwood
brought over here.
Yeah, right. So they're introduced.
Fucking looks like them in there and all. Look at the age of these fucking things, eh? It's amazing. Roadie,
Colours.
look at that. That's a roadie, that fucking thing.
Massive, isn't it? Just wild. There's a wee locket out there, but you can't see it. The camera's not picking it up because it's hiding through the trees. So what do you think we've done so far on that then?
That'll tell you if you somewhere on one of the wee fucking bits. See where the bit's bouncing? See that?
Aye.
See if you slide that along, just above it, there'll be a wee counter or something. If you slide that to the right, that'll tell you how long it's recording.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll keep going. I thought maybe one of the cameras would have said something, but it's all good in the hood though. Lovely BMW driver taking in the ambience. Double hands. Oh,
two hands.
Passengers as well. This, see when I get up to places like this is where I slow down now.
Aye.
Before as a youngster you would fly around, you would try and crack the bends. It's that being able to take things in now. Because as far as I'm concerned, the race is fucking run. I've run the race, I've done it.
The A9's a bit for me where I'm like fucking go to get going, go to get going. You get over that Keswick bridge, right, and you start relaxing the shoulders and everything, sort of chill out a bit. And then when I get here, like you're saying, you do slow down.
It's when you're driving the big shitty roads and you know that you have the potential that you could fall asleep behind the wheel. See up here, I don't think you could ever fall asleep behind the wheel.
Not a chance. No.
Just there's too much to take.
Too much to wake you up before you go down the ditch. You'd never fucking fall asleep here. Something wrong with you if you fell asleep here.
Oh, this as being the predominant driver, taking the gang over the past 18 years, I didn't really get to soak it up. So I will pull in, I will get out of the car, I will try and absorb as much as I can. But it's when one of them will say, "Oh look, there's a dragonfly." Like, can you look? How? Because I'll crash into that BMW, man.
I've had the joy, like Claire's drove this bit a few times with me in the passenger seat, and equally I've drove it for her a few times and all, so I have actually been able to sit where you're sitting and suck this up like.
It's something else to to see something in a fleeting glimpse. It's something fucking else to actually look at it and watch it as it passes by.
Got sherry potholes up here too, but they're fucking nowhere near as bad as Dodge.
That is a fucking nightmare. Pennywell Road is unbelievable. If they just ripped it up, took all the tar, all the speed bumps, all that shit away, and just made it a gravel path, it probably would have been fine.
Probably
easily maintained. It's when they come in.
They've did
see what happened.
they've did what we
Are
want to.
you
See it here. See it.
Are your taste buds work lives vegan?
Are your taste buds worth lives?
She's on tour.
I think, I don't know if there's a bit of activism there or something like that, but I think that place, or something to do with this place along here, were against the fish farms.
Alright.
Because there was, like everywhere, there's a load of controversy over these fish farms destroying the walks and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's one of the biggest fucking employers up here. So it's a, you know, what do? Destroy the walk but have a job. You know, it's that kind of thing. Because some say that it destroys the walk, then there's the arguments that it doesn't destroy the walk. And it's like the village, you know, we all fucking camper vans. But then if they camper vans weren't coming, who'd be spending money? It'd become, you know, if we didn't have this NC 500, this would be derelict probably. There wouldn't be a village, there wouldn't be that vibrant place that it is.
It's amazing to think that 500-mile stretch is just enough to draw people in to what Scotland actually is. Because I've never ever distanced myself for Scotland being anything other than a feeling. It's never been a fucking place. That's what I'm saying.
Actually looking down Loch Carron now, that's the Loch.
Is that Loch Carron over there?
Yeah.
Yes, I've left the camera on it for ages there. It's definitely better than fucking looking at us. It's only now and again you get to take in the absolute fucking majesty. There's a raised loch there. There's a railway line down there. There's water above it, which is fucking rather strange. Somebody's clutch is on fire. Now the beauty up here, it's enough to just take the words away, take the breath away with. Probably a good point to stop recording.
Do you think?
Probably, yeah, because I think there's nothing much to talk about. It's a cracking wee shed there, boys. Summer house.
Well, just to get pub comment, let's get out.
We'll leave it on for the folks to get a wee bit of the ambience of the lost can as we head towards it.
We're only a couple of miles around the corner.
It's not that you run out of shite to talk about, it's just you think, oh, this just doesn't do justice to be fucking, well, these hills and trees didn't need to listen to us whinging, because they've always been here. It's only us silly bastards that put up and down the road. So I mean, the trees didn't give a fuck.
Right.
This wee bridge doesn't care about fucking the crap and the shitty roads down there.
Do you know what? It's like the water supply to our cottage, right, is half a stream, half the fucking mountain. Now, if some wee woman can live 97 years off that fucking stream, you know what I mean? And it never caused a bit of bother at all. We had to get a water safety report done on the cottage. For what? The water's off a fucking stream. There's no chemicals put in it, there's no fuck all put in it. If anything, the sheep's pissing it now and again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's why we have an immune system.
Correct.
We do it our fucking self. And that's, no, nowadays, like you're saying, right, wash your hands, germs, and da 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 da. Back, your ma would throw you a piece, you drop it on the ground, you fucking surely wouldn't put it back and say, oh, no, eat that, fuck that.
You pick the fucker up and eat
Blowing
it.
What was it? The devil fucking God fucking kissed it or something. I'm fucking good with that. I'm fucking no danger. The colour of your hands, you'd be doing it at the beach. Right, I've made a wee picnic, there's a meat paste piece. Ah, right, fucking superb. You come up, your hands are minging, you've been in that water that we know, they pump the fucking poo stew into. You didn't look for, oh, have you got any handy wipes to clean that? No, I just get it in you. And that's no when they talk about these microbes that's in you, the good ones and the bad ones, the Activel or Actimel or some fucking bollocks. And you think, right, aye, superb. No. We've already got these germs in us. We've had them for years. We've ate the fecal matter. So the water that's coming off the house.
I don't know about fucking dipping in that forth, by the way.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
now,
sorry.
Now you wouldn't. But back then, if we ever got an opportunity to go to the beach, it would be a walk, because we'd never ever had a car. There was never a car in the family at all.
Right.
So we would have to make that trek down there. And if there was a meat paste piece on offer, you wouldn't give a fuck about, oh, can you just wait till I go and wash my hands? No, you're in that water, you're picking up crap, you're throwing it about. No, you just go like that, down your legs.
Down your legs,
fucking, I'm tidy, I'm clean. Let's fucking do it. There's a wee red light for these. Red light shot. Oh, he's letting you by.
Oh,
hey.
thank you.
He's definitely taking it in. Nice fuckers up here. Reach out and touch somebody's phone line. I think the ruralness living is something that we are going back to. We have to, because we've had enough. No, society has had enough. Not just you, not just Claire, not just Claire's mum, not just fucking me, no Christine, no again. We've all had enough collectively. That's why I really do love that Gen X thing that's on TikTok now. They're all going on about it, they're all coming up and, oh, this is a call to arms, this is this, that and the other. Obviously there'll be some fake fraudulence out there, but to know that you're part of something that is fucking absolute commando elite, that we've lived over 50 years, 50 fucking years, half a century, and whatever man's design was to poison the water, to poison the air, to poison the food, to give us the drugs, to shut us the fuck up, it has no fucking worked. We now know what we require, and it isn't working 7 days a week. It isn't paying into man's bullshit to live by his rules. It isn't allowing them to tell us that our kids need this, that, and everything else, and all the medication. It's just bollocks, like you're saying. If old ladies can drink the same water for all the years, It's not broken. Leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah.
The reason why they put it through Alpine, I'll never know. Because there was nothing wrong with lead and copper. Because people now use, for your arthritis and everything else, get yourself a copper bangle. But why were we not allowed to keep copper pipes where the water comes through? Well, because that's different. I've always been that conspiratorial bastard, where it is that we'll work out far too much on our own if we're allowed to live the way we're supposed to live.
Yeah.
And they can't have that. There's no control measure there. It's all these people up here, all right, aye, and do you have to do it? But you have to do it. After you fuck up, so I do whatever I want.
Well, I've got a lock-up up here because we had to bring stuff to the store right before we got the keys to the cottage. So there's a lock-up down here, and I'm fucking phoning the boy one week. We're trying to put stuff into the lock-up just in here at this DMK Motors. So there's wee storage units in there. So anyway, I'm fucking there with a van load of stuff trying to put it in one of the lock-ups. I'm on the phone to the boy. Listen, I can't get in the fucking lock-up. There's cars parked fucking in front of it. What's he turn around and say to me? Aye, James, the keys in it. I'm just fucking moving. Oh, we couldn't do that down the road. That's I says, Peter, I'm off it. Sorry, mate. I says, I'm from down the road. You just wouldn't be able to do that down there, Peter. Oh no, I get it, son. Don't worry, you'll get with the ways up here. You'll
That's
get
it. That's exactly it. This is the ways that work up here.
And then another boy selling me fucking posts for a fence for her feather.
I mind it now.
3 massive fucking telegraph poles. What do you want, mate? A couple of bottles of white Mackay. They're fucking brilliant.
No point in giving me plastic paper, son. You're only going to cost me even more money to get to the fucking shop to buy the whiskey that I want.
Exactly. Just get me bottles of white Mackay.
Love it, man.
And here, I was talking about Angus McRae and his wife.
Aye.
They're in this cemetery here. This is the main one for the village. So I need to find them because she never had time to tell me about them. But they're in here somewhere.
That's a good wander about.
I'll be here a wander about.
Darcy McCain's, eh?
Till I find them. One day, once I'm up here and
fuck,
time to go look.
That's it, it's jumping on the bicycle and cycling along.
Well, that's exactly. We've done a thing where we've both got bikes. It's about, is it 8 mile or is it 3 mile? I can't fucking mind. I've been saying 8 mile. I think it might be 3 for the Spar to the house. And we've said right, no cars. Whenever we're doing that, it's on the bike. So what we're going to get out of that as well, we're going to be growing our own veg. We're going to get the nice fucking water that's not treated with anything, and we're also going to get fucking fitter, man.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Because I've put on a bit of fucking podges last year, so being up here is fucking one on so many different fucking side levels. There's a primary school. 30 odd bairns in there.
30.
Aye. Brilliant, eh?
There's this
30
report
odd
of cabins
kids.
as well.
Aye. Get mad. But this is the town now.
But that look at it there, that's your education.
Yep.
That's all you need to fucking know.
Yep.
You didn't need algebra, you're never going to fucking use it.
You know how you at high school you'll make a fucking I think a cup holder or a baseball bat or you know what I mean, you'll make something that's no good to you. Here, one of the school curriculums is they make a boat.
Fuck aye.
You know, they make a fucking boat, you know.
Which doesn't make anything other than fucking sense.
Aye. A cup rack. No,
What you got to do next to the loch? Teach them how to make a boat. No, you've got to teach them the Greek code. How to use the traffic lights properly. But there's no traffic lights. Shut up! You're just a distraction. Go stand in the corner with a big D out. This is lovely.
This is the main village now.
All the time.
Aye. It's the main fucking village, man.
So the NC
20 on the
500
path,
passes
30
through
on the
here.
road. This is, you're on the NC 500 right
This is
now.
it.
Aye.
Rock Villa. Nice.
See, look, 20 on the path, 30 on the road.
Just to confuse the
No, it's to keep all the old biddies and their electric buggies and
Is
shit.
it? Team captain, you old bastard. Old joke coming away for the boozer reeking. I love these good places.
Amazing.
Open a cheap coffee shop.
Coffee shop now. Oh. Is that filming?
Well, that is us, that's us.
This one's fell out again, sorry. Right. And there's the wee village hall. I held a roller disco in there for them.
Did you?
Because
Is
they
that
were
where you
doing,
done it?
aye, in there because they were doing a thing, raise the roof. So when Claire and I were first looking for places up here, I did a roller disco in there to get to know the community.
I mind you saying you were going to do it.
That's where we did it. And we got to know them. We're still trying to punt out the macaroni up there, did you see that?
So this is the wee spa.
And that's the wee spa, right? Everything in there. It's got a DIY shop up the stair. It's fucking brilliant.
It's where they show you the utilisation of space. What's the point of having 18 different shops, everybody vying for fucking to pay the rent, the rates and everything? Have one.
Right.
One fucking shop covers
That
it.
wee spa, it's the post office, it's the fucking shop centre. Up the stairs, a DIY shop, and I think on a Thursday they make fucking pizzas. You can go get yourself a pizza on a Thursday.
I can't remember where was that. Blackburn. And we were doing the filming at Neely's, and I had come in, and I thought, I'll go along to the shop. And I thought, okay, a pack of chips or something. And I asked a couple of wee lassies outside the big shop, I think it was Scotland or whatever. I said, is there a chippy here? Aye, it's a chippy up the road. I said, oh, Barry, but only opens Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I went, what? It's not really a chippy then, it's a part-time chippy.
Aye. This is us away along to North Strom, it's 3 miles.
So Strom Castle.
Yep, you can see that from my front door. See all the records I found the other week where I posted them. It was in there, that's the Lifewood Charity Shop.
Oh,
That's where I found all the records right there.
Yeah, right.
Dropping stuff off. I seen them sitting in a bag. Oh, you're fucking nuts. But see all these wee outbuildings. Never see half of them used. Never see anybody in half of them. And that's where you mind your thing with the fucking man shed or the shed for fucking folk to sit down and graft. There's at least 3 or 4 I've seen that didn't get used.
It's just mental that society knows that this is what we need. We need that community thing where people will get together, they will feel comfortable enough to sit and chat about things. And I mean, obviously up here, they're quite rudimental in their thinking. They didn't need a great deal of thinking because they didn't have all that extra baggage of shite that we have down the road, but they still need something. So just to get them, and do you know what I mean? It would be like going to the zoo. So getting to meet an asshole for the sticks, a fucking idiot for Shit Creek. They'd be like, wow, that's mental, man. Tell me more. And you become that Jack and Rory storyteller. Right? Amazing. This place is fucking funky as fuck.
See that land there? That was the land that Claire and I tried to buy. We come up to try and buy that
the
bit of land.
bit.
The original first move we made up here was to try and buy that bit of land there.
Wow.
And somebody's got it, obviously, and there's none fucking aware. Because when you get a croft, right, well, we learned something else. You get a croft, you can put a static on it.
Aye, you can't build a house.
You can't build a house, but you can put a static on it, and you can live in the static 11 months of the year.
That's like
As long as you're off it for a month, it's all good.
This wee bastard, this is jigging about.
Aye, it's going to get
The audience participation might be like, oh, you couldn't get more dizzy.
Should have put that camera on a gimbal.
Aye,
This guy up here, that's the local garage that we'll use. I've got a pal down the road that's called Kenny. So we call this guy Up North Kenny. Because he's helpful as fuck. And Kenny down the road's helpful as fuck. I've told the both of them though, so they know about each other. He's Up North Kenny. His name's Davey, but
any name will do.
Up North Kenny.
It's very reminiscent of when you're going up with Loch Tay. There's what's the big village called? Tom Breck. Tom Breck is off grid. All self-sufficient, take their own fucking bush stew, plant all their own stuff. They actually got a lot of funding to build the community hall as well. And that was fascinating watching them do that. I mean, obviously they can only go so far off grid, but they needed a concrete foundation to build off it. It was all reclaimed timber, and then they were using the lamb's wool and inside. The second job I went to out there, the second company, they got one of the jobs of building a property, and it was all timber based, but within that was hempcrete, as in using hemp to coat the walls, which ticks all the boxes for all the peeps in there. All the box stickers, environmentally friendly and all of this thing. Some place.
Oh, that's amazing, yeah.
Right, I'm going to sign off.
I never tire.
You can say Chiri Bunko.
Adios, amigos.
And I'm going to do the same and say thanks for accompanying us on our journey. We're on James's journey, the final part, the last chapter of James Hunter. No, the writer, the other one.
The other one.
Toodle pip for now.